For this video, we're going to be learning how to draw a roof right on top of the box that we just finished. We're still going to be using our vanishing points because we're doing it in 2-point perspective, but notice how the peak of the roof is different. Before you begin your roof, you may want to go in and erase some of those initial lines we used to make up your box. Notice how I've gone through and I've erased the horizon line inside the box, and also the lines that kick back to the horizon line that are now not a part of my box. Now, I didn't completely erase mine because I want you to see where those lines originally came from, but to keep yours less messy, go ahead and erase yours completely. We're going to begin your roof on the short side of your house, where you would find the peak of your roof. Now, if you think about it, the lines that make up the peak of your roof are not parallel. They come to a point, hence you have the peak of your roof. So they will not follow the rule of going to a vanishing point. So in order to create that peak, we need to first find where the center of it will be. We're going to take our ruler and lightly make an X right inside of the short side of your box. Notice how you're going from corner to corner. Again, make your lines nice and light. Now we have the center of that box, which is going to tell us where exactly our peak should be. We're next going to take our ruler, match it up with the edge of the paper so we know we're perpendicular, and we're going to make that ruler go right through the center of our box and draw a dotted line that goes straight up, and it goes right over the top of our box. Now the distance that you're looking for is whatever you have in this upside down triangle should be about the same distance you have above your box. From there to there is the same as there to there. You can adjust it if you need to, but we're next going to use that dotted line as a guide because that's the center of our peak, and we're going to connect the top of that line down to the corner of your box. But when we do this, we're going to give it a little bit of a tail. This is going to be where our gutters are going to go. Let's go ahead and finish off that peak by going from the top of that dotted line again to the other side of the short side of the box and give it a little bit of a tail. Again, this is going to be where the gutters go. Now with the peak side done, you want to think about the long side of your roof. Okay, these two lines are parallel lines that recede back into space, so they follow the rule of going back to the vanishing point. So let's take our ruler, we're going to match it up with the peak, and we're going to go back to the vanishing point on the opposite side, crossing over until we hit that vanishing point. We're almost there. If you notice, we don't have any line connecting the top of our roof line all the way at the end there with the bottom line. So if you think about it, that's another peak side. So it's not going to follow the rule of going to a vanishing point. Instead, we're going to take that line that we drew for the right side of the peak, lay our ruler down, and slide that ruler out until we can connect the top to the bottom. Again, notice how I've given it a little bit of a tail here. Your last step is we need to connect those tails together. They are parallel lines that recede back, so we're going to connect these two lines together using that vanishing point on the right. So we'll lay our ruler down and draw a line that kicks back. And if you notice, I didn't go all the way to the vanishing point, but if I had finished that line, it would eventually go there. We're going to do the same thing on the left side, but we don't want to connect to the left vanishing point. That wouldn't make any sense. Instead, we're going to cross over that corner line to the vanishing point on the right. You can see how it does that. It goes from there to there. So we're going to go ahead and match up with our vanishing point on the opposite side. Drawing that little line. And that's it. Okay, notice how it looks like it's actually wrapping in around the house there to get our nice gutters. Now you're going to want to erase some lines here as well. All the lines that I'm pointing to you can go ahead and erase, so that way you don't have to worry about them getting in the way of things like your windows and your siding. And you're done.